Hey everyone, and welcome to this. I started out just wanting to do a recap of the hearing yesterday, and I've tried it now 5 times, and every time I end up in a long rant about Brennan. So this will be more of a rant against Special Prosector Breenan from the police, or however they spell it, more than it'll be a recap. The recap is defense was ready to argue yesterday. Bev was angry when she came in. Again, she lost her mind because of nothing. Alessi said, well, according to Rule 30308, you can't imply like you did that we are guilty of anything. And I still don't know how she's going to rule because Bev can't rule on anything from the bench if her life depended on it. But this is where my rant starts. Because why did we have that blow up, and why have we now spent 2 hearings talking about an invoice sent from the ARCA to the defense that wasn't turned over in a timely manner, which, if you follow the rules, it should have been, and you stupid people not doing that. But Hank Brennan, you clearly misstated where you got the evidence. I will try not to say lie, because of course he never lies. He just misstates. It's a mistake all the time. It's not a lie. But you mistook where you got it from, so you had to correct yourself. Will you have to correct yourself after yesterday when you said that there should be sanctions put on the defense because Dave Yannetti went on court TV and talked about the case, and he shouldn't be allowed to do that? Because I don't know what clip you promised on the Bev that you would bring her, because you said that in open court. Dave Yannetti went on court TV and said disparaging things about the Commonwealth, so he should have sanctions against him. The only clip I have been able to find, I've just done some quick looking around yesterday. I haven't watched every single second of court TV. I'll admit that. I probably watched just about as much or even more than Special Prosector Breenan have. The only clip anyone has started sharing, both pro and anti-Karen Reed sites on the twit, is a clip where court TV restreams a court proceeding. Brennan, I showed you on my channel yesterday. You are not on my channel because I am a true crimer, I'm a law tuber, I'm a lay tuber, I am whatever you call what we do. We take a feed from court, put it on screen. It doesn't mean I have had Hank Breenan, Special Prosector for the Commonwealth Police, on my channel. It means I have shown what happened in court that day. What's said in court isn't said on my channel. It's said in open court. If no ifs and buts was made about it in court that day or at any time later, you can then go back and say, well, remember when I said that the federal investigation into the Karen Reed case and everything else was over on Baker's channel? You've never been on my channel. I'm just restreaming a court proceeding. If you have another time, if any of you out there has that appearance where Dave Yannetti goes on court TV and talks about this case, not just Dave Yannetti is in court and court TV is showing it, I would love to see that. Because if you don't have a clip, you again had a mistake in court telling Bev misstatements. Because you, sir, even though you want sanctions brought on the defense for spreading everything in the media and tainting the jury pool, you have made so many mistakes since you came on board. And not only you, your predecessors has done it as well. Isn't it magical how certain media knows before the defense that the federal investigation is over? Isn't it magical that if I got the timeline correct, the media know the day before you got the email? How does that happen? So the Fed must have been leaking this, because remember, you couldn't get your behind together and send an email till a week later because you wanted to do that little media stunt in court. That's why Chief Rafferty was there. Let's not try and figure out why Chief Rafferty was there. If it wasn't because you wanted on February 18th or whenever it was we had the last hearing, you wanted to make a media stunt and in open court do what you did yesterday. Tell the world the feds are gone. And yes, it blew up a lot of minds. It's a really good talking point for you because, oh my God, everyone is losing their mind over the Fed investigation is over. As I stated yesterday, well, I'm happy it's over. Let's then unseal the 3,600 pages of federal evidence. Let's get all of us internet snoops that likes to fill our time with a little bit paperwork. Let's get us to look at it. I'm pretty sure I would love to hear Andrea Burkhardt, Melanie Little, brother you know, not brother you know, sorry, lawyer you know, or brother counsel. Look through the 3,600 pages and see, is there anything else in there we could use? Why should it be impounded now that the investigation is over? But it was clearly meant for you to take home the big slapstick at the previous hearing. But because you effed up and Bev blew her gasket, we had a big hearing about conduct of the defense, so you couldn't get it out there. But by mistake, you didn't know that. So someone had already leaked it to Christina Rex and the Boston 25, so they could talk about it. Someone even leaked it to Plevin, a human thumb who has, I don't know, I can't say anything. I call myself a grifter, but that person has more views than I do in my videos, so he must be doing it right. But he knew. Who didn't know? The defendant in this case, because you couldn't get your email to them till a week later. Isn't it magical that you then claim that the defense is playing media games, which they are perfectly fine with as long as they're not lying about anything. But you're claiming that the media is being used by the defense while someone leaked the Fed's conclusion before the defense had them. Are you doing a thorough investigation into the Commonwealth to figure out who to fire? I was about to say something with an FU. Who to fire because they leaked to the press. Remember, you have the highest standard and you will never change the jury pool. You are such an outstanding gentleman. No, you're not. Because we have ring video. Remember that lie told to the media, and the media just gulps it up and shits it out because the media is trash. Remember Meatball Morrissey and his, all of our witnesses are truthful. None of them are bad people. Who's playing the media again? Dear Special Prosector Breenan from the POLS. Could you at least, as you keep saying, it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, could you stick to that for once? Could you stop making all of these mistakes in court? Could you bring evidence? Look at Alessi. When he wants to talk about why your experts can't talk about the earth being hard as a rock, he doesn't do 2 Google searches. He calls an expert. What do? I hope you have that clip. Why didn't you have it ready and available yesterday? Why don't you file any affidavits with all your evidence so we can go look at it and say, oh, yeah, looks like they broke the law? Why is everything you do only made to stand in front of the TV cameras, whining about the defense using the TV cameras? Maybe if it's good for the goose, it's good for the pro sector, and you should learn about that.